Denny J Show.
Zvanga zviri down ta up tauraidzwe nyaya dzacho dzese narrative ndaichidwe kana mchida kutipisa deep ndaipidwe make you spill a bean if you know what I mean hande
It's time.
Yes, thanks, Mom. Yo, yo, yo. Hey, everybody. Welcome to the Denny J Show. All of this for me?
Wow.
Really?
Yes.
Oh, my gosh. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you.
Becky,
Becky K is in the building.
Dun, 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 dun.
why were you ever gone?
Bentingi imali guy.
What the best would thing up here?
Askisi.
Okay.
Bentingi
She
imali.
said sorry.
But you mustn't complain because you got to shine. You know, people like you.
Oh, you were looking lovely.
They like you. And
You were looking lovely. I was like, yes, girl. Atati, babonise
Yabo.
ukuthi this is King Shemaine
Oh my God.
in the building. What was that thing that happened with what's his name? The comedian that was there the last episode.
Alfred?
Kalinga.
Alfred,
Yeah.
yes. What's that whole King 98 thing?
I guess.
Did you insinuate?
No.
that you- So what happened?
I guess he was trying to be funny.
Becky,
comedians do that from time to time, Becky.
I don't mean it. Becky.
Becky.
No, I was asked, yes, Nash.
Some of us went there. What happened with this King 98 thing?
Oh my God.
no.
This guy is back.
This guy's like, okay, so hold up. Were we both away?
Yes.
See, Becky doesn't even watch when she's not on. You see, you didn't even notice that Nash was there.
No, I didn't realize that he wasn't there on the Kainga
I need to get.
interview. Yeah. So I saw snippets. I haven't watched the full episode.
Right,
I saw snippets. So I heard Kainga say something about King Shemaine and wanting to date King 98
Yeah.
and all of that. And he's like, it just won't work, man. It just won't work.
I mean, it was making sense. King.
Oh
you
my
know,
God.
she probably named herself King after King.
No, but it was
Now,
the whole
I'm
famous
playing.
thing. The
there you
whole
go.
that two
There you
famous
go.
people cannot date.
Yeah.
Yeah, I get it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We're talking about Cardi and Offset and
Ish,
all
but
of
that
that.
was hectic. Eh?
Right.
Are they really breaking up or did they really break
I
up?
know she went off on him on Instagram Live.
But Jaba's abafazi phela, we can go off today. Kusasa we
His
love
yellow
each
is
other.
all I'm so sorry.
Yes.
Yeah. It's handwin pill.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, we are dumb cops at times and
Deaf, dumb, and stupid.
and we will make noise. And then next week you'll see us holding hands.
Yeah, so that's why you learn to mind your business from people's issues.
I absolutely agree with that.
Yeah. So Nash is back. Apparently, I was like on a private jet. Again.
You know, there are people in the comments saying, this Nash guy is always talking about chowing sheets and what. They seem to have a problem, baby, with your lifestyle.
No, but I mean, I'm just telling the truth. I mean, it's not like I'm lying. I'm not bragging. I'm just telling the truth.
What's the truth, Nash?
That I mean, yeah, Shirwita. The prayers are being answered.
Amen.
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 Hallelujah.
And which prayer is this one in particular?
Yeah, all prayers are being answered.
Now, which is our school gone?
If you ask me where am I going next week, and then I tell you where I'm going, now you think I'm, you know.
You just want to tell us where you're going?
No. I'm just saying, just in case you wanted to ask.
Okay.
He wants to tell us.
Just in case.
I said, what did you bring for us from where you were? I was like, oh, you mean where am I going next week?
So yeah.
All right, Nash, where are you going next week?
No. I am. People think now. I don't know. I'm. It's okay.
Okay.
Do you want me to shine on your behalf?
Yeah,
Because
but
you
just,
already shine for me.
I mean, it's
He
just,
was like, yeah, so I'm going to be on the bungalow for 5 days in the Maldives.
Have you been?
Nash, don't tell us about this.
No, relax.
And he was
Have
like,
you been?
sorry, he said he's making a stopover at Dubai first.
Okay.
Yeah, before.
Cool. I'm going to plan a road trip here to Dubai. Denny J Show. Christmas
Joburg, don't
something.
open there, Joburg. Nash, Joburg, Joburg.
I know. Shamin told me it's Zambia.
Zambia, new girl.
Yeah, you go Zambia first.
I thought we left that in the last episode.
Okay.
What, the new girl thing?
Yes, Alfred said don't do that. I can't be you forever.
When does a new girl stop being a new girl?
I don't know. You guys hardly call me new girl.
It's like actually being
No, you were
like
the only
harassment
girl.
in the
I was the
workplace.
only girl.
So you couldn't be a new girl. So now, you know, she wasn't the new girl. She can never be the new girl because she was the first girl. So you can only be the new girl.
I was kind of
Was
like
the
second.
Oh, yeah, the
the
second
first girl
All
after
right,
the
okay.
first one.
All right.
Okay, the first girl after the first one. Okay, so back to Charmaine. No more new girl.
Yeah.
Okay, Charmaine.
Right.
Anything in the comments? No?
Yeah, no.
She only reads the comments if there's nice stuff.
No,
That's the
because
saying
Becky
about
always reads them. It's usually Becky. She's back.
Hey, but just do like what you were doing when I wasn't here.
Hayi but ukhona phela.
Bengagadingi lokuthi
Lama ngadingi bensithanda ukhona.
All right, okay, but what I do have to say to the people who haven't watched the Alfred Kainga interview, it's probably one of the best interviews we've had. Right now,
I believe
Of
that.
course, 100%.
it's you know because
I
I know
believe
with people they'll see the thumbnail, they'll go like, who's this guy? But you want to know who that guy is, so you need to watch that episode. That was like a fire episode. You guys need to go check it out.
There
I
was
promise
great
you.
feedback. A lot of
Promise
people were
you,
like,
yeah.
he might just have to be on the show all the time. 'cause
Yeah,
it's
a lot
so
of people
funny.
say they watched it several times. You know, the one person in the comments said, I watched it 3 times already. That's how good that one is. So you guys need to go check it out.
So no one is talking about what he said about
About
Kumana Nonazoshiga.
what
His hands were shaking.
about the levels incident. Yeah. I mean that was all
Nash.
over. They like that. They,
Nash.
you know, but you know it's you know how it is in the ghetto, Ningi Nash. If one of us, does their thing, you know, we're proud.
Yeah, we're
I
good.
get exactly what he was saying. Well, Levels was representing national and party.
Zinga is a
Khaki and all
tripod
the-
next
the-
time.
Yeah.
And I said, oh, snap. It's okay.
They're horrible people.
All right, let's get into the comment section before we introduce our guest for today. This is what we are trying to do every time that we're on the Denny J Show. Read a little bit of comments, get into your people's heads, find out what you're thinking, and then we speak to some people, some interesting people. So in the comment section, I was missed.
Of course.
Anyway, funny spelling error, but I'll just read it. Like how probably they wanted it typed out. It's to Kainga and say, Alfred, you should be the co-host. Alfred Kainga should be a co-host whenever he's around. The vibe is great. I absolutely agree. This was definitely one of the best episodes this year. Alfred is a vibe shem.
That's what I say.
Yeah.
Shem. Alfred is good, pure talent. Anzi Kainga, you are the missing link in this pod. Okay, I don't know. Big shout out to Denny J and King. The work you are producing is what's needed right now. Big ups to y'all. Okay, I'm going to tell about you. And I was reading it in English.
Big ups to y'all.
Yeah, big up to y'all. I'm big up to you. All right. Then
Anytime today.
Okay.
yeah, no, sorry. I was
She was inside the comment.
I was inside the comment.
Take your
I was
time.
inside the
say it.
comment. This one is from Gonizashe Chikukwa. And now I can confirm that even without Becky around, the podcast can be a blast. Thank you to the king of comedy for the energy. And bro, we on at the 23rd of December for that show. Does he have a show?
Yeah.
Coming up.
23rd of
Yeah.
December at Raps Theatre.
Okay, so this is me highly jealous that you guys had so much fun without me. Like,
But we missed you still.
how does that even happen? How did you laugh?
The
Disciple?
king is coming.
So you're busy, ha ha ha, and Becky wasn't here and you guys were all right.
King was killing it.
Imagine. Okay, but generally the comments were this episode has to be like the utmost. Like, yes, please.
It was lots of fun.
Yes, it was lots of fun. Well done, guys. This is awesome. Nash, sorry, no one is looking for you here.
That's okay.
Yeah. I was trying. I was trying to just scroll through, but apana kana Nash, nothing.
Ish,
No
okay.
one. I'm trying.
Charmaine likes the shit.
I love it.
Ah,
You
she's
have no
excited.
idea.
All right, so that's that on the comment section. Now can we get into what we are gathered here to do today?
Do your
So can I
WrestleMania
introduce-
thing.
Can I introduce this next guest? Nash, are you ready?
Yeah, let's do it.
If you're ready, let me hear you say yeah.
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 If you're ready, let me hear you say hell yeah.
Hell yeah.
All right. So, our next guest. She's the first Zimbabwean female
Hold up,
vocalist to perform at Madison Square Garden at the tender age of 9 years old.
let Hey, do some kainga all up in here. Okay,
Beep,
go.
beep, beep.
Start.
All right, from the
I'll
top.
be the hype girl for her. Okay, here we go.
She's the first Zimbabwean female vocalist to perform at Madison Square Garden at the tender age of 9 years old.
Yeah, exactly.
She's the youngest ever ambassador for Childline Zimbabwe.
Yeah, baby.
A Freeman nominated,
Hey,
NAMA award winner,
woo!
the hottest female vocalist
Oh, yeah.
right now.
No doubt.
Ladies and gentlemen,
Come on,
there can only be
one.
one
Yeah.
Tamy Moyo.
Oh yeah.
They even got the
Oh,
beep, beep,
yeah.
beep, beep. Yes.
This time you didn't even need to say it. I got it for you.
Yes.
Well done.
We appreciate that.
on now.
She
What an
deserved
intro.
it.
What an intro.
How you doing, Tammy?
I'm good, thanks, guys. How are you?
Good. Do you want to
What's
tell
up?
them? Do you want to tell them how long it's taken us for us to get you here?
I really
you
don't
wanna-
know how
do you
long,
wanna-
but I know it's very long.
Nash, do you
Too
wanna tell
long.
them?
I think it's
I
like
don't think
3
I want
years now.
Ash to
2
answer.
years. 2 years.
Is it two? Yes.
Yeah,
From last year. Actually.
yeah, from
Yeah, it's 2
beginning.
years.
From 2022.
See, not even before. What 2021?
2021.
Wow.
Yes. Oh, she's been blue
Just waiting
ticking
for the
us.
right time.
She's been blue ticking us.
I was blue ticked.
Imagine messing
Mina
up with our
blue tick
self-esteem.
kwanga,
Like.
I know she bruised my ego.
But Becky, if you had asked, she'd have stepped up.
I was like, okay, hold up. Please repeat that again.
If you had asked her to come, she'd have come.
If I had done what?
If you had-
Asked her. Me. Please ask her.
Oh, she did?
Please ask her.
We
She
were
did.
accu-
I want to
we-
be honest. She did.
We were accusing you of not.
She did a couple times. Like, even in person, too. Like, if we meet at a function, she'd always ask.
Oh, shit.
She was
Becky
doing
K.
a good
Say
job.
so.
Sorry, Becky, do you want a sweet? Good. Nice to have you, man.
Thank you
I'm
so
sorry.
much.
I
Thank
just
you for
like to
having
say
me.
that I don't get blue ticked. So she's here. And I'm here.
Nice.
That's what I'm saying.
But
Joking.
did you ask her to come to the show?
I didn't have to ask. She just seen that I'm here. And she was like, you know what? Charmaine's there. It's time for me to be on
I
the show.
Yes, King.
That's your story.
And I'm sticking to it.
It's a good one. I'll ride with it.
Thank you.
I'll ride with it. All right, so we got Tammy in the building, and we. Thank you. So we're doing. No, did you?
doing mic
Temptation.
share.
Mic share.
Yeah,
Like the Temptations.
Like the Temptations.
You know what
At
I'm
any
saying?
given point.
Two artists,
Shoo up.
one mic. Shuba.
Da-da-dum.
So we've got Tammy here, and yeah, I mean, if people want to know about Tammy and everything, I'm sure Google has all of that information. What is it that people don't know about Tammy that they should know?
I think they should know. I think they know everything that they should know.
They know everything.
I think so.
Do they know Tammy's crazy side?
Does she have a crazy side?
She does. You want to tell us about that side?
No, I think I'm just around my people, right?
right.
I'm very loud, very outspoken. I love to have a good time, very chatty.
Yeah.
I think that's about it.
So would you say we're your people?
I think so.
Becky's
I
your
think so.
people, right?
Like,
No, she's a vibe. I've hung around Tammy with her also a couple of times, and I think my first encounter, I was like, there is no way this girl is this cool.
Right.
Like it's a lie. I had to pinch myself a couple of times. Like, am I really like chilling with Tammy like this? She's pure joy.
yeah,
She's actually like the life of the party.
really.
Absolutely. If you're with Tammy and it's not vibing, you are the problem.
Right.
Okay. I
You
like
are the
that.
problem.
Bega simbisa wena.
It's so wide.
Bega simbisa wena.
You know what happens with artists, especially with the female artists? They say there's this thing that happens and it gets to your head and you think you are higher than life and, you know, your feet don't touch the ground type of thing and you're high and mighty. That's not the case with her. Even her work ethic.
Right.
Like she
Yeah,
is,
yeah, I've
she's
seen her on
very
stage.
strategic with, if it's time for performing, it's time for performing. So even if she knows you, she'll be like, hey, but her spirit is calm because she's in that zone.
Super bass.
Titipabasa. If you don't know her like that, you'd be like, Tammy and
Yeah, I mean, I was impressed.
I love that you get that.
She got here on time. Like, we're not used to guests getting here on time. You know, because Nash wants to know that the guest is here and then he pops up, right? Like,
Right, yeah.
so she was on time, like, 15 minutes before time.
I
And
do
just,
it.
And Joe was
I know why we need to clap for that one.
yeah. But, I mean, talking about time, I mean, you need to teach Becky one or two things.
Wow.
Excuse you.
From time to time.
Really?
Where was I coming from?
I'm playing. So, Tamy Moyo is 25 years old. I didn't know.
Yes.
I didn't know. 25 years old. That's very young. And you've achieved quite a lot.
Thank you.
At the age of 25, which is amazing. Let's talk about your breakthrough. From our research, it says your breakthrough was in 2016. Is that about right? Or that was like major breakthrough? Because I know when you were young, you were doing the things also.
I think the beginning of everything, I went full-time music in 2016. So I think maybe that's what they were referring to. I would like to be honest and say I'm still waiting for the breakthrough. I mean, I'm grateful for everything that I've done, everything I've achieved, but I'm still working towards the bigger things, the bigger picture.
Right. Do you know what the bigger picture is, or you just know there's
Definitely.
something big coming?
Definitely.
What's the big picture?
It's the Grammy.
Yes, ma'am.
It's the Grammy.
Love that.
It's the Grammy. It's always been. It's always been.
I feel like if there's anyone that's close enough, there it should be you, because you've performed at Madison Square Garden. That's like a huge deal.
Thank you.
What was that
Thank
like?
you. Honestly, I performed there when I was 9. So I remember thinking to myself, this is so many people to perform for.
What was happening?
But I was thinking about, like, when are we going to get our lunch break? Because I'm 9. And I'm I'm not understanding what's happening at that point in time. But I definitely know I was excited to be on stage. That's one thing I really, really, really enjoy. So in that moment, it's like anything but school right now. Thanks, Mom. Thanks, Dad.
Anything but school. What was the
but
function?
homework.
What was the function that was happening at Madison Square?
It was just a concert for the African Children's Choir.
Ooh.
Yes, so a group of young, talented kids from Uganda. And then they invited about 4 of us from Zimbabwe. And I happened to be one of the 4.
Oh, nice. How did they get to know about you for them to invite you? How does
I've
that
been
work?
performing. Hey, I was 9. I started singing when I was 7. So I think by the time I was 9, I had, done a little bit of work. I'd done Haifa, I'd done the Namas. I remember singing the national anthem a whole lot at the beginning of everything. I learned how to sing the national anthem in Shona, Ndebele, English.
I guess
So,
it's a big thing.
yeah.
To do that.
Yeah, so
At that
for
age.
you to be called at that age to sing the national anthem at all these places, how did people get to know about you? Where did you blow up? Were you like in kids' choirs and how did they get to know about you and for you to be given this opportunity?
Okay, shout out to my dad, honestly. Shout out to my dad because he's the music genius and the music guru in his own right.
Nice. Okay, you want us to clap for him?
Yes,
Of course.
Thank you, Dad.
Yeah. And I think, he discovered that I had this gift. And so he said, why don't we try for this and that and that and that? So we auditioned for a lot of things. And I remember doing Haifa in 2007 with Chengeto Brown, with Nyari Mbofana, Prudence's son. Both of Chiwoniso's daughters as well. It was just a bunch of us, but we all auditioned for the part. And I remember feeling so anxious. And my dad was just like, you've got this, just go in there, kill it, girl.
Did you feel like there was a lot of pressure for you to perform?
It was. Now that I look back on it, it was a lot of pressure. I was only 9. I was 7, 8, 9. But after that, I commend my parents for pushing me outside of my comfort zone. I wouldn't have. Honestly, on my own, I'm very shy sometimes. So I know for a fact I wouldn't have auditioned for those things, but my dad made sure.
Nice.
I genuinely wanted to ask, sorry, because like Beyonce was managed by her dad for a very long time. Like how are you able to have a relationship with your parents as your managers and then still be a kid?
Yeah.
not a client, even though you're a client.
Do you want me to be
Honest, come on.
Yes.
honest?
Yes.
100%.
To be very honest with you, I think I started having a relationship with my parents as I got older. I mean, as a kid, he was always, oh, no, mom, sure. So, I had to go. I really had no choice.
Yeah.
I remember my mom in church. I used to sing in church. And then she'd be like, then I just like, what are you question? But half the time I was very, very anxious. But now, I've got a great relationship with my parents. Had they not done that for me, I wouldn't be where I am today, honestly and truthfully speaking. So we do have a good relationship now. And when I was younger, there was really no friendship. Obviously, because I'm the child, they're the parents. So it was mostly work, and then parent-child relationship. It's like I respect my parents. I love them very much. I have to be obedient. When you get home, it's like my mom is like, I was no different from everybody else. I've got 5 siblings. So when it's home and we're all home, I'm the first, and that's just how it is.
So, okay, as a client, they're your parents, right? But you're still the client. Are you able to, there's times where you have to draw a boundary and be like, I don't want to do this with my brand?
I could only do that, about 4 years ago. 4 years ago, the beginning of my 20s, I think, 19, 20. Before that, I was finding my voice. I was finding my voice. Yeah, before that, it was more of mom, dad said do this. And I'm sure they know best, even though I don't feel like it right now. But now it's they trust me as well. As I get older, I think I've just displayed how much I know what I want for myself, what I want for my brand, where I think I want to go. So they kind of let go of the reins a little bit. So, but before that, there was no drawing the line. Yeah.
So Becky, are you like that? Very few African parents actually push their children into the arts. A lot of people want they'll push their kids to be doctors and engineers, things that probably the kids don't even want to do. Is it the new breed of parents? Do they support their kids like how Tammy's parents are supportive?
Initially, I was the very traditional parent because I thought I was doing the right thing. I thought, but because of the industry and watching how other parents are grooming their kids, especially also working closely with Tammy's mom and watching how she was managing Tammy, almost every function where I would see her, I would see how they would communicate. I'll see how she would be making sure that Tammy is okay. It's time to work. And it sparked something in me. And I was like, okay, maybe I'm doing this parenting thing a bit wrong. Right? So that you can be able to read contracts, that people don't cheat you out of your money and you know your rights. But if the child has a talent, push it forward. So that's what I'm starting to do with my kids. I know my daughter she's book. She wants to do book. But she likes to dance, so we'll do a bit of dancing. She wants to learn how to be a good swimmer, so we support that. My son is pure arts. He likes music and he likes sport. So at this point, I am pushing him in that direction, that at least would have 5 O levels, and then you can do whatever the heck you want.
Yeah.
So I noticed that you were raised by your mom and your granddad. Tell us a little bit about that, and what's the story with your dad?
Wow. I grew up with my mom and my granddad, like it said. I don't want to get into detail about that, but obviously, like any normal, I know a few people can relate. Sometimes, like, parents separate over time, and then obviously, because we're young, we have to be raised by our mother. So I was raised by my mom and my granddad, and they did a great job. I love my granddad. Nice, yeah. To smithereens. I think he's the best thing to ever happen to me. He's an amazing granddad, an amazing father figure as well. Very supportive. I mean, he will show up there with his casolago, his wine, and he's just vibing to the music in the crowd. I think he's absolutely amazing. So yes, I was raised by my granddad and my mom.
Right. And you grew up in Harare, right? I noticed your
Yes.
name, you have a Ndebele name.
Yes.
But Ndebele Dololo. Tell us.
I'm very proud.
Tell us about the first name, the full name.
No, I am very proud to be Ndebele. I am.
Tell us
I
about
am.
your full name. A lot of people just know your Tamy.
Okay, so my full name is Tamy Moyo.
She even has a click.
Thamsanqa.
She's in Ndebele.
She even has a click.
I
but-
couldn't sing you the click song by Miriam Makeba. I learned how to sing that song when I was
Okay,
9.
Yeah, go.
Wait, it's a bit loud. It's a bit loud. Okay, go.
Okay. Iqila lendlela nguqongqothwane iqila lendlela nguqongqothwane iqila lendlela nguqongqothwane iqila lendlela nguqongqothwane sebeqabele gqithapha haya nguqongqothwane.
She had to. She was like, I'm going to show you.
I love that.
I'ma
got the
show
click.
you.
I got the click.
She has the Ndebele that matters. She has
am
the
very
Ndebele
She has
that
the
matters.
Ndebele that matters.
So the reason why you can't speak my Ndebele is in the household there was a lot of English.
There was a
and
lot of
Shona,
Shona, English and Shona. Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
That happens a lot, and you know how we have that issue where people like I noticed the other time when I had a rant and we were talking about Ndebele people, and then a lot of people were upset with the fact that
Gets in trouble.
people were upset with the fact that a lot of people from Harare can't speak Ndebele. And then my argument was always been, for me to be able to speak Ndebele, I must be amongst Ndebele people. You know what I'm saying? So if I'm around a lot of Shona and even the Ndebele people in Harare, they don't speak Ndebele. They speak English or Shona. So it's very difficult unless you're staying in Bulawayo to actually learn Ndebele. So, and then they tend to take that to be like a tribal thing, like Shona people are like this, like that. But it's not really like that. Like if I were to go to stay in Bulawayo, I would be able to speak Ndebele because all the people around me are speaking Ndebele.
Definitely.
Just had to put that in.
All right, I'm going to take you back to the whole work ethic thing that we spoke about earlier. So there is a diehard fan, but like an underground diehard fan of one of your idols, like the woman that you look up to, Beyonce. Do you feel like artists locally lack that work ethic that you have adopted? With all due respect.
No.
Okay.
I think I work like that because I see my peers work like that. At least the ones I'm close to. I can't speak for everybody, but I know I surround myself with people who are like-minded. The people who I know who are around me work very hard.
But I can honestly tell you that I don't think there's anybody who puts in a lot of work into their art like you do in terms of choreography, in terms of the music. You're either a very good artist and you sing well, but
That's
very
true.
little is put into the choreography and
That's
the
true,
artistry
yeah.
behind
And
the
the
actual music.
structures.
Yeah.
Everything.
So
like
if you were to ask me from the top of my head, I don't know anybody who does that.
that's true. From outfits
Yeah.
to dancing, choreography,
So
everything.
now
is
I've
just,
seen,
yeah.
of course, Holiten in his own little way. He's putting choreography into his work now. He's actually dancing. Whether he can dance or not, that's besides the point. But he's putting more work into the performance.
Yeah.
And I think people need to realize that you can be a very good singer.
Yeah.
But performing is a whole other thing.
I
It
think
is.
branding, people don't understand branding because you had the whole Vuzijena phase and your
Yep.
hair was in line with what was the theme of your brand at that time.
Yeah.
So back to my question. The work ethic, the work ethic that you emulate, we can clearly tell there's streaks of Beyonce there.
A little bit.
Why? Yeah, little bit. No, you can tell, guys. Let's not be little bit.
Beehive. There's just a bee there.
It's there. You
Like
can
in your videos.
You can be little bit here, but we can tell.
In your
We
videos,
can
you do the
tell.
whole fan thing with your hair blowing. And
Of course.
You know the whole
Sometimes.
Beyonce, Beyonce.
Sometimes.
Yeah.
Sometimes.
Was Beyonce a deliberate choice, or did you like something about how she works and you were like, I'm going to add that to my craft?
I remember, I always say this, when I was 7, 8, watching Beyonce come out, I think 2003, debut Crazy in Love, and I fell in love with her. Like, I said, this is what I want to be like. And, you know, I think that's where my dad picked it up. He's like, oh, no, I think she's going to do something brilliant. She's going to do something great. Because I'd always, like, Toram Goti, like, there was this, like, stand in the house. I'd go there and, like, perform in my mom's heels and my mom's clothes and, like, try to emulate Beyonce. So I think, like, my love for her has been there always, you know. So it was a no-brainer. I think in my head it just registered that I want to become the best version of myself. Right. Learning and taking from the best of the best, and I always felt like she was the best of the best. You know, obviously there's a lot of other people who, like, I enjoy their work and their work ethic as well. I can name a few. I worked with them, some of them, like Chiwoniso Maraire. Right. Crazy vocalist, like insane, unmatched. And she didn't even try. That's the thing. And you're just thinking, I got the privilege and the honor to work with her a couple times, open for her a couple times. So it was like little bits of so many people who I love and I admire. But yes, Beyonce is somewhere in there. She's somewhere in there. I love her.
Yeah, no, we see it. Branding again. You managed to lock up some crazy deals. One of which being the biggest. What's this one? Zimoko.
Yes.
Right. Locking that and being an artist and knowing what the terrain is like in Zim, and then you being picked out as the artist to represent Zimoko.
Yes.
Talk to us about that process and what was going on with Tamy at that time.
Okay. So above everything else, grace. Grace. There's so many things I cannot explain to you how they came about, but grace. I know too many people who are skilled, who are gifted, who work hard just like I do. And I look at them and I'm thinking, wow, you know, but it's grace above grace. But for them, I think the process was looking around and seeing someone who is dedicated to their craft,
right,
who's about their craft, who's done their best in their craft. And they did say to me, like, it was something that we made a decision about. We thought about it for years. Okay. It wasn't just, oh, you know, this 1 month we're having a meeting and it's like, oh, do you think she's going to be a great idea? They literally told me, they said, we've been watching your journey. And they wanted something that resonated with their brand. They spoke about...
What?
They wanted something youthful, something energetic, and something that they felt was classy, just like Zimoko. So
Just like Zimoko, yeah.
I'm thankful and I'm grateful for that.
What was happening in your life at that time when that brand deal came through?
You have no idea. Okay, so I really owe my dad an apology. Right. Because I remember this one time I was parked along Tamy Moyo. I was getting ready for an event and my dad called me and I went off. I went off on him. I was just like, you know what? I don't even know where this thing is going. I don't even know why I'm working so hard. Like, I'm so tired. I don't want to do this anymore. And he said, don't scream like that. Don't talk like that. You don't know what's going to happen to you in a few days. It was like a few days just before the announcement. I found out like on the day. They never said anything to me. They just attended the meetings. They were in discussions. I also think they felt like they shouldn't tell me anything because once they do, I just be in there like, how far? Come up here, how far? So they didn't tell me about it. And you know, I went off on my parents. I started crying over the phone. I was like, I don't want to do this anymore. I don't want to do this anymore. I've been working my whole life.
Were you really tired?
Wow. I was tired. I started singing when I was 7, professionally. And then this time here, I'm 21 at the time. So I'm like, where is this going? What am I doing?
Wow.
That's and my amazing. Dad said, sure. Time and chance happen to them all. And he said, the race is not for the swift. That's what he said to me. And he said, wait. your time is coming and you don't know what's going to happen in a few days. So yeah, I never apologize for screaming.
So you want to apologize now?
Yeah. If you're watching this, I'm really sorry. I think
No. You're gonna look at that camera over there.
Not if you're watching.
And you're gonna say, Dad.
Okay, Dad. Yeah, I mean, I'm so thankful for your sacrifices. I'm so thankful for you believing in me. And the times when I didn't believe in myself, you saw me as worthy of the things that were ahead of me and the things that are still to come. So I'm thankful. I love you very much. And I'm sorry for shouting at you whilst I was parked along Jason Moyo.
Oh, man, I felt that.
Oh, that's beautiful. It's so encouraging. Nash is just like that thing that's there. You forget that it's there. We're having a wholesome moment.
They go to start lying. They start, wiping a tear.
I was in a sort of Zamabori.
Yeah.
So being a child star, a lot of expectation is put upon you. Talk to us about your work with Childline. You are the first ambassador.
Youngest ambassador.
Yes.
Youngest ambassador to represent. Tell us firstly what Childline does and how you became an ambassador. And why you thought that fit in well.
Okay, so Childline basically deals with protecting young children. It's got a victim-friendly unit as well. Just victims of abuse, child victims of abuse. Childline is a safe space for them. They've got a toll-free line that's open 24/7. That's 112. I wrote a song about that. And I became Childline ambassador when I was 13. My mom is very passionate about such issues as well. So it was a cause that was close to her heart and mine as well. Being a child, I'm very emotional. I'm an artist. I'm a creative, so obviously I'm very emotional. So, and I've always been one person who likes to advocate for those who don't have a voice in so many ways. And I use my art. I think if you listen to some of my music, I use my music to speak up for the voiceless, to speak up for those who feel they're not good enough, they're not worthy. So Childline kind of gave me the first opportunity to do that. So I wrote a lot of campaign songs for young children, speaking out against drugs, asking those around us to protect the young and the innocent, and advocating for young people to go to school. We did a couple of campaigns where we were sending a couple children to school as well. So Childline is basically the voice of the young, and I was the face of it and the voice of the young as well. And they felt like they needed a tool to reach out to young people. And I think music is a powerful way to do that. And it's the quickest way to do that, I think. So I wrote a couple of campaign songs. We went around, did a couple of drives as well. We spoke to some young girls, even when I was in school as well. They would come to me, tell me this is what I'm dealing with. And obviously I would direct them to Childline because I'm still a child myself at the time. But I think that's what Childline is about, just protecting young people, protecting young girls mostly, I think.
Right.
Yeah.
And now you're all grown up or whatever. Do you still do some work for them? Are you still in touch with Childline?
No, not so much, unfortunately. But I think the lady who became family to me is late now. She passed on earlier on this year, actually. May her soul rest in peace. Her name was Patience Chiangwa. We did a couple of work later on in future. We did a couple of events where she'd invite me to speak to young people. I also did my own campaign with young people. I never really filmed it as such because I felt it was something that was close to me and I want to keep that to myself. I want to protect it for me, so never made it to social media, but I'm still very much involved with a lot of young people, a lot of young girls, go around schools, speak on what I know, what I think young girls should not do. I'm not perfect. I'm not perfect.
You had to put that in
my
there.
Disclaimer. You brought up something very profound there in terms of things that you keep away from the social media.
Yes.
And things that you want to experience by yourself.
Yes.
Do you regret putting out anything on social media?
No.
You don't regret
No regrets at all.
You don't overshare other celebrities? Like
There was a time when I overshared, but I don't regret it.
Why?
Oh, okay.
I think it was a learning curve. I don't look back on my past and think, oh no, I shouldn't have done that. So now I'm wallowing in my pain and my sorrow. Why, Tammy, why? No. I think everything came at the right time. Everything happened how it was supposed to happen. That's life.
Let's talk.
I thought you were raising your
Oh, no.
hands like, amen.
Let's talk about the music.
Yes.
How many albums to date?
2.
2, right?
Yeah.
The first one was it in 2016 or that was a single? The one
2016.
that's recorded is your breakthrough song.
It was 2016, the 18th roller coaster.
That was the name of the album. Tell us a little bit about that. Did that really like blow you up? Would you say that was like your breakthrough for, in terms of the actual music, for people to really get to know you? Was that where it really started?
I think the 18th roller coaster, that was the purest side of me, honestly, because some of those songs I wrote when I was 13.
Oh, right.
Ndibereke, I wrote it when I was 14. 14 years.
Deep sound.
So there were so many things that I wrote over time, and like my dad was just like, what do you think about this idea? And he was like, this is great. He's got such a good ear for great music. So he was very much involved in that process, and like I think that was just purely me. That was purely me. I'm not that I'm saying everything else that came after wasn't, but like it was with no influence, no external influence. It was just, I'm doing me and this is me.
And then life happened.
Do you write all of your music, or do you sometimes work with co-writers?
I do. I write all of my music.
All the time?
I'm like...
Control.
I heard that she's a control freak with her sound, yeah.
You should see her when she's in an element, and it's like it's work time. Let's go. I'll tell her. You just be like, what's up, and then you
Scary
just
hour.
Yeah.
She's scary.
I
so
do.
You write your own music.
Yes.
Who's your producer?
I've worked with so many incredible producers. I don't have one particular producer, but I'm open to working with like new producers as well. So if you're out there and you're skilled, talented in production, I'd love to hear your stuff. But yeah, I've always been like that. I like to work with different people. I think I worked with Mono Kundu. I worked with Alpha. He's the one who did Sango and Dibereke. And then I worked with, obviously, the best of the best, DJ Tamuka, yeah. And then I worked with Rodney. I worked with Spirit Fingers as well. I worked with a lot of people. Now I'm working with Ghost, the producer. Shout out to everybody I worked with. There's so many. There's so many.
And what about traveling abroad and stuff? You've been doing a lot of concerts.
Yes.
And is it mostly? I know people go a lot to England, America, and so on. But the crowd that you perform to, is it mostly Zimbabweans?
You would like to.
No. It's not mostly Zimbabwe.
So would you say your music is being exposed to other people apart from Zimbabwe?
I
Because I
think
know
so.
a lot of artists who go to England, they go to perform to Zimbabweans in England.
Yes.
Or Zimbabweans in America.
Yeah.
Yes.
So which means our music is not really spreading. You know, 'cause
It is. I think it is. I think it
Help
is.
us understand that, because we
Please.
always have this argument that Zimbabwean music is not even international.
Yeah.
If it's regional, well done.
Yeah, because you can make international sound, international quality music. But
Yes.
if you don't expose it to the international market, then how are you going to blow? Like, for example, are you signed
Yes.
to a record label?
Not yet.
Not yet, right? So do you think that's like working negatively against your success? Because you could easily succeed in
Yes.
foreign markets.
Yes,
But
I'll
as
say
long as
yes
your
or
music
no.
is not being distributed. Yeah, tell us why you say yes and no.
I think no, because obviously, like a label is a moving machine already, right? They have all the structures in place. Once you've done the single, it's going to go straight to mixing and mastering. You don't have to think about that. Then after that is the creating the visuals for it. You've got a team in place for that, so it's not just your brains functioning at the time. Then you've got marketing, you've got all of that, the visuals being created. Then it's the distribution, like you mentioned. So a lot of these people we look up to, or those who've succeeded internationally or globally, have that machine in place for them, right? Whereas back home, it's a different situation altogether. So obviously it's going to work against me, because I have to then do all those things by myself, you know. And where do you start? And you must understand that just like any other industry, the music industry has a lot of gatekeeping as well. So you understand, like, if a certain label is pushing their artists, they're going to try and make sure that their artists are at the top of the chain, and everybody else, like, yeah, you'll get a little bit of play, but it's our artists first. You understand? It's always preference to them. So yeah, it does work against you. But I think in this day and age where there's social media and streaming, it's so easy. Obviously with grace, it's so easy for you to get your song happening on TikTok. Hit up an influencer, say, hey, look, I've got this song and I see you've got like 2 million followers. Do you think you can jam to my, my little Kama song?
Have you ever done that? Like reached out to an international TikTok
Not yet.
TikToker.
Not yet. Not yet.
And
Not yet.
also,
That's not
Tamy,
a good thing.
are there like rituals in this music industry?
There we go.
About time.
Welcome everybody. Nash,
No, it's a genuine question.
I'm with
I
you,
think
my
they
guy.
are. I
I'm
think
with
they
you,
are.
my guy.
I want to be honest. I think they are.
You're not part of those.
I live by the grace.
Have
You
ever
know,
been-
if God
have
doesn't
have
do
you
it for
ever
me-
been invited?
Yeah, that's
No.
what I wanted to ask.
Have you ever been invited?
No.
Quincy?
And if you're invited, so let's say you have to sign with Sony in the States.
Yes.
And Tony Motola is there, he's doing what he does best.
What does he do best?
You know Tony, you know his stories. Right?
We don't know his stories.
So Tony
is
is
it
there,
doing?
he's trying to let you know what, we're going to make you number one, this and that.
Uh-huh.
Are you not going to sign?
Guys, Ash.
What does Tony Motola do?
What does he do?
Go back to Michael Jackson stories.
Even Whitney Houston, like a whole bunch of
Tony
people.
Motola is the guy
Yeah.
that initiates everybody,
Right.
into these Freemasons and all these cults.
Guys, as tempting, I want to be honest, I'm a human being. As tempting as it sounds, there's a price to pay for everything. And I worked so hard to get to this place here. I mean, I'm working towards being international, right? But I worked so hard and like on my own to just one day wake up and start doing the ritual things, guys. Like
You got
we
tired
did.
at one point. You
But
got
now,
tired
my
at one
rituals
point.
are
I
like a fast
know,
track. This is
I
a
know,
fast
but
track.
then like
Jesus.
that situation kind of reminded me, like my dad said, time and chance. You know, obviously, like I saw something that was so powerful on Instagram, and he says it's taking you longer because you're not lying, cheating, scamming, but your time is coming. Your time is
But it
coming.
comes quicker if you lie and cheat.
It's true. So does the downfall. So does the downfall.
So tell me. So, okay, quick one last one, right?
Ah, it's
Because
not the last
Yes,
one, but it's
Ash.
I mean,
okay.
I've got like 20 more to go. So, don't you get like sexually harassed with people who want to then, who say, if you do stuff for me, we'll take
Like
it to the next
especially in the
level.
corporate world, I guess, right?
Yeah.
do this
Don't
for
you have
you.
like those scumbags?
I mean, I want to be honest. I think today is a day of honesty.
I love it.
I think that transition from being a child to a woman can be very tricky. Can be very, very tricky, especially for an entertainer, for a creative. But I'm so blessed, so privileged to have had my parents by my side for that long. If you see my dad, yeah, there's no conversation there. There's no hi. There's no hey, sweetie. There's nothing like that. There's nothing like that. But obviously, like coming into my own, you get people who walk up to you, say what they need to say, and like he said, rightfully so, they'll say, decide whether you want this or you don't want this. And in that moment, you have to really look within yourself and say, is this what I want? Am I? I've had my moments, I don't want to lie, where I've just sat there and I said to myself, this did not just happen to me. This did not just happen to me. It's tough. It's tough being a female. It's tough being a female creative. But we don't let that stop us, I guess. you find strength in a higher power. You pray. You make sure you have a community of people who genuinely love you and support you, who are willing to listen. I'm grateful for the people who are in my life, my mothers, my aunts. Alice, shout out to you. Who, you know, if they see that something is off, they're quick to jump at it and say, no, this man's body language was not it. It's not it. I mean, I get where he's trying to go, and he's got this and that in place for you. And yes, you can be like a moving train tomorrow. Everything can come to fruition, but like, put a hold to that.
So there were some stories that went around about you in regards with what Nash just asked about, men taking advantage of who Tamy Moyo is. And you're not ugly. You're not built like a fridge, right? You've got like a hot body. The looks, everything is there. And the stories that were going around were, she's sleeping her way to the top. Right? And then this is you coming up saying, it's grace. I've worked hard for this thing.
I've read comments like that before. A lot of times, actually. I've heard.
Why haven't you? Okay, I know at times people say, "I see it." You don't have to correct them. You don't have to, say your piece. But I'm sure there's times where you've read some comments and be like,
and it was hurtful.
You know what? I know I didn't do this, but this is what is being said about me. What holds you back from,
My mom. My mom. I think, like I said, my support system. And honestly, I figured that I want my work to speak for me. I don't ever want to come across as a pick-me. I don't ever want to come across as that girl who's always got a sub story. It's tough. It's tough. That's the truth about the industry. But will that be my narrative? Will that be my story? Do I want people to remember me as, that girl who was always trying to defend her honor and always fighting online, trying to justify herself? Or do I want people to say, her craft? You can say all you want to say, but her craft is everything. So I love my craft that much. And I'm not bragging, but I've got such a great support system. I don't want to lie. I've got a community of men and women, from my granddad to my dad to my brother. Oh, my brother does not play about me at all. Okay? Everyone is just, even my aunts are there on Facebook. They're texting me. They're like, oh, no, what's the one? So, one of Facebook. And I'm just there like, it is what it is. Do you know? And I also, growing up is also understanding that you can't please everybody.
Yeah.
And if somebody's made up a narrative in their mind about you, that's that. There's nothing you can do or say to convince them otherwise. You could go to court for all we care, try to prove yourself. But people will choose whatever side they choose. But I want my work to speak for me always.
I need a moment.
Wow.
I didn't think she was like going through all of that. Sure.
Nice. I keep bringing you back to the music.
Yes, please.
But before we go into the music, sorry, because you acted in a movie.
Yes.
Called Gonarezho. Can you tell us about your acting experience?
Oh my God, it was tough.
And would you do it again?
I would.
Yeah.
I would. There's a movie that didn't come out. It's called Goredema. I think I did a great job in that one. It never came out. It's a short film. I think it's actually online. Hey? It's on Goredema.
Okay.
That was the first one. It was done by director Sydney Taibavashe. He's also the director for Gonarezho, the movie. Yes, I acted as Sarah, a village girl who's got big dreams. It was not very hard to play her because I've got big dreams in real life. She's an artist who's in the village, and she's trying to convince her buddy, like, come on, guy. Don't give up. Let's do this music thing.
So that was really that's the Gonarezho.
Gonarezho, yes. It's a movie about anti-poaching.
Right.
So then the main actor, Zulu, then leaves the village. He was guitar guys, and then he went into the business of poaching, and in the end, it works against him. You know.
You got a NAMA nomination for that.
Yeah,
Was it a nomination for that movie?
We got an award at the Pan-African Film Festival in LA.
Oh, that's dope.
Yes.
That's dope.
So
But-
I'm an award-winning actress.
Speaking of job.
Until I come to visit my high five.
Oh, that was nice. But I think I read that the local, like NAMA, nominated you for your performance for that particular movie. I think, if I read right, I think you're supposed to be nominated for the actual film.
I think the film was nominated, the entire
whole
film. Yeah.
So it was
Not
that
as a
good.
personal
It was that good.
Yes.
You did your thing in there.
I did my best, man. I was all up in there like,
So
no.
is it there on
getting
YouTube?
into character.
It's there on
You were
YouTube.
getting
Right?
the
Is it on YouTube? I'd love to see it.
It's not on YouTube.
what disturb muna ngapinda character.
It's online.
What's the line? What's the line? Mira, what's the line?
No. I can't even keep a straight face. Let's move on. I think just
we
put
got
it
time.
online.
We got time.
We can do this all day.
We got time.
Just get the crickets in the background.
I don't have.
Guys, no, I'll do it some other time.
Okay.
I can't even take myself seriously right now.
Namo.
No.
Sakandosha wafunga.
My name was Sarah.
Nice, Sarah. Sakandosha wafunga utoita izvi. And then you say, Namo.
You know it. You actually know this.
No, you should watch the movie.
Where do we watch it?
It's online. Just look for Gonorrhea the movie. It'll direct you to the link, but it's online.
Oh, nice.
Yeah.
What's the weirdest time that you had to start filming, whether for a song
Oh
or
my goodness. For music videos, sometimes you can start at like 3 a.m.
doing what?
So you're trying to catch sunrise. Same thing for the movie. We were always trying to catch sunrise. And sometimes we'd shoot late into the night. So 1, 2 in the morning, you're out there trying to convince Namo not to leave.
Yes.
King.
Namo left me at like sunrise. No, Namo left me at sunset.
Right.
Yeah.
King, I was about to ask, did she have a trailer?
Oh my gosh.
There's the
Trailer.
trailer.
Did you have a trailer while you're shooting the movie?
Trailer.
No.
You said caravan.
Like a caravan, like it's an Isha, whatever.
That was a shining moment.
That was a shining moment.
Because
Wow.
I said caravan and then she corrected me. Oh, it's called a trailer.
A trailer.
Yeah, she had to embarrass
No,
me.
I really want to give a shout out to Sydney Taibabashi because for him to shoot the movie, he really, really he gave his all, literally, in every sense of that. He sacrificed for his dream. Wow. And to watch him achieve all these amazing things years later on, even the film is still screening at so many film festivals across the world. And it was just this tiny seed of belief in himself that created this big, big thing. And we even did a tour, like a premiere tour of the movie. We were around Zimbabwe, then LA, others went to LA. And it's just incredible to watch him make something so big out of nothing. So no, there was no trailer, but we made everything work. It was just about, do you believe in the dream as much as I do? Are you willing to support? Yes. So let's do it.
So could you be a better actor than you're a singer?
No. I'm a better dancer.
I was about to ask about the dancing because she's a phenomenal dancer.
For my work?
Yeah.
I've got an incredible team, but we do it ourselves. Mm-hmm. Yeah, like my brains are in there 50-60%.
Gotta control.
I said left. You as a big artist, last week these guys were talking about big people dating or getting married and it doesn't work. How has dating been for you in the industry?
Please tell the truth.
You got it?
I got it.
Now she's so happy about this question.
That's Tammy's dating life. Okay, talk.
What do you want to know?
How it's been? Like, because you are Tamy Moyo, you are not just any ordinary girl who grew up in a normal household. You've been working since you were 7. And then you break into the industry, you're singing, and by 13, you've got a contract, you're doing all these things. So your life is not normal.
Plus, you speak.
Plus, you speak, Mdara. Plus, you speak.
Thank you.
And then there's these guys who will come and feel like, I got a chance with that girl. And maybe at some point in their lives, they did have a chance. And then Tammy grew, and maybe Brother Man didn't grow while Tammy was growing. And then Tammy dumps this guy, and then it's like, yeah, because that's what they were so. And then Tammy meets someone else, and then it's like, let's see how far it goes. And then Tammy meets this one, and like, all of that whole roller coaster up and down. Yeah. So what's Tammy's date life like?
Please don't put the camera on Alice.
Hey, Alice. So Alice is my gogo. My gogo. Wait, you mute. Hold on. 2 seconds. Gogo. No, you just nod, okay? You don't have to make a sound, okay? Just nod. Does Tammy have a dating life? Gogo.
She's saying yes here.
Booyah.
She's saying yes. Her eyes are saying yes.
But she's looking at
no,
Tammy, and Tammy is giving her a signal.
You know what I mean?
Okay, let's continue the interview.
We just wanted to make sure that whatever you're going to tell us here is telling with what we are seeing there.
Well, okay. Obviously dating is not as easy as everybody else because you're Tammy, right? Sometimes you really have to question, like, of which I'm grateful, because I think I've done my best to try and pick it up quickly. Sometimes someone doesn't want to be with you, or someone wants to be with you because you're Tammy, not because they want to get to know you and actually treat you right, actually buy you flowers.
Oh, do you like flowers?
I love flowers.
Okay.
I love flowers. Okay. I love them.
Are Tammy and Tamsang are two different
I think so.
people?
I think so. I think so.
But who's that jumper dating question?
Yeah, I mean,
Becky, you know what I was about? I asked her earlier on about her DMs, and she said they were dry.
It's a lie.
So
That's not.
you being the older sister,
It's a lie.
why don't you just check her phone right now?
No, guys, I didn't
Her
bring my
DMs,
phone.
it's a lie.
No, the
that
man.
DM is popping. That DM is
Her
popping.
DMs
There's
are
no way.
popping. She might not mention it right now, but her DMs are popping. And one thing I know for sure is Tammy is a sucker for love. She wants to be loved. Because of her lifestyle and everything, she wants to be loved.
Kinda
She
love.
wants kind of that love.
Kinda
Kan.
more you love.
And I'm sure she loves hard too, right? But she wants someone who understands the industry she is in. She wants someone who understands her and
But
wants
manje
her for
kwakazara
her.
matsotsi ka.
Kwakazarambava,
It's
but
true.
Kuti, her DMs are dry.
No, I don't believe
so-
that.
Don't lie.
Then another question.
Okay, my
Tammy.
DMs are not dry.
Yes.
I'll just say what you want to hear.
No,
There's
They're
no
not
way.
Tammy, what sort of guy are you looking for?
a white guy.
Are you looking for a guy like, boys ready to ghetto? Kana the boys look uptown?
Ghetto fabulous.
Kana boys the uptown?
We're looking for an Italian man.
Who knows going to
But
be
Italian men are Itega. Why?
Chirudzi.
No, let me tell you why.
Why?
So she has one of her lines. She says it's not about what the she 100 what that song of
He's
yours.
100 quantity.
You're talking about the size, right?
She's talking about whatever you want.
Of the heart.
No, the size.
Yes.
Come on now.
The size would
Come on
mean
now, Tammy.
it can't be a black guy. It can't be a white guy. It can only be a black guy.
Aiwa, but he could be a 50, but he 100 kwari.
But size size.
Tell us about size.
What does that mean, Dash?
I think you said the size. I mean the size.
Give us the lyrics to the song. All right. Okay. In fact, you can sing a verse of the song first.
Okay.
Sorry, I almost.
Let's do a verse of the
The
song.
verse or the chorus?
The
Or
chorus,
the chorus.
yeah.
Hands on day, hanakana didi. 67 times uchipatara pity. You deserve better, hanakana skitty. But he's a good size, he's 100 quantity. on the good side. He's 100 quantity.
Is that the censored version? That's the censored version.
Anyway, no, she says size. Then
Size,
she
and then
says
says
size.
size. He's 100 quantity.
Yeah.
All right, Saka, you could be fucked up.
Next
You,
time just
you could really be fucked up.
check.
But then no go 100.
Anyway, chiro size you.
Size can already bone
Quari it's 100.
Aiwa, but makangonzwa rungavana here zvamuri kubvunza mukoma.
Hey, dear, I went to private school, so I know the shower.
You know the showers.
The shower room. It
But
was
they were
just,
small boys. Y'all were kids.
you can, you know what's fair.
Y'all were kids.
No, but you could tell good disaster.
Apana was ruined.
So what's the ideal guy? Please answer the name.
Oh, okay. So top of the list, obviously. As you can tell, I grew up in a home. We went to church.
God-fearing man.
God-fearing man.
Praise God.
A God-fearing man.
Because they're very good at
Oh, yeah, it'll always come out. It'll always come out like you'll love it. Then, secondly, I would love to date a kind man.
top of the list.
That's you?
A
Kind man.
Okay,
Okay, so kindness actually no proof was here.
I think kind of, you know what you mean,
when you say
right?
kind, I mean, kind is
My US dollars. Kind man. A kind man.
No, not
with US
kind in
dollars.
that manner, like character-wise.
She didn't say generous. She said kind. No, generosity is the thing, but the highlight is the
kindness.
Okay, all right.
Like someone who look at me and when we argue, they don't feel the need to talk me down or bash me or bash my character or just try to do me down, you know. Still tell me you're wrong, but do it with love.
Yes.
You know, 'cause I'm a softie a little bit. I mean, I'm hardcore when I need to be, but in my natural element as a woman, like, just a love girl, guys. I want a kind man, a generous man. That's not true. I mean, this is my list, honestly, but
kindness,
But kindness up.
kindness, nobody will get.
Inga dzese mazano dziri kind. Inga dzese ndizogeto this time. Tisakachibata. Hakuna uptown binga. Ndichiri kwedu this time.
yeah, generous guy. I'd like someone who does things for me from the bottom of their heart without me asking. I don't think that's too much to ask for. So I'm not going to say what I like. I already said I like flowers. That's it. So, you know, I like to leave it to the other person to try and, like, you know, show me how much you appreciate me. I don't have to say it. I like a guy who's tall.
Yeah.
I mean, I don't mind. Like, it's not like something I'd say no because you treat me with kindness and all that, but you're short, so I'm not going to do it. I'm not like that. But, like, preference, obviously, like, I like a tall guy.
Like, you're very successful, okay? How important is it for the guy to be more successful for you than you? Because now it kind of decreases the threshold. Because, like, you're a Tammy. And then they have all those traits, but then they're not as successful as you
Okay,
are.
I'd like to believe, honestly, that, you know, I've done my best to work hard for myself. And I would appreciate a partner who's done their best to be successful in their own right.
What if they did their best and it's not working out?
Then it's not the best.
It's cool.
No, their best. It's their best.
Is it really?
It's cool, but I think everyone has preference.
Tell me, come on now.
I think it's very important to answer your question. I think it's very important because then you don't want to explain your success sometimes every day or try to do yourself down to try and accommodate the next person. You know, you love them. And because we are women, right, it's a no-brainer. We can do that. But it's emotionally taxing sometimes. You think of your journey, how everybody sacrificed, your parents, all of that for you to get here, and then now you're in a space and someone is asking you to play small. I mean, it's not fair. It's not fair to me. It's not fair to my
She said a lot of stuff. I think what
She's
I got,
preaching.
What I got is
Please.
life.
Sort yourself out. Don't just be coming here and expect me to play small. I'm playing small.
Yeah, but I'm my US.
I love that. Yeah.
I'm my US.
And race? Are you picky on race?
No.
Do you think
Not
you can
really.
date someone in the entertainment industry that does what you do?
I don't think so.
Why?
I think then it becomes two businesses to kind of juggle. I want to support you however best I can, and I want you to support me however best you can. So I think an entertainer.
Can you imagine Tammy gets booked and then the man doesn't?
But she's
Do you understand?
she's a
Like
B
that kind
fan.
of dynamic doesn't
She's
work.
a B fan.
It doesn't work.
She works with Beyonce.
That's what I'm
It
saying.
works
She's a
with
B
Beyonce
fan, and there's J
Jay-Z.
and B.
No,
So
But
And you know,
he's got
what
he's got
does he
stuff
do?
happening
He's got stuff
outside of
happening.
the music.
Okay,
Yeah.
this-
If that's the case,
Yeah.
I don't see a problem with that. But then again, time and time again, like I was asking my friend this yesterday. I said, "Do men actually really like us? Hey,
they really like what?
do men actually really like us
they
as
like
women?
us?
Because sometimes it's in the small things, like it's in the small conversations, like." Munantara is something that makes you feel like, whoa, you shouldn't have said that, you know? And it's like, I don't know. I don't know if you get what I'm trying to say. I don't know if you get what I'm trying to say, but it's like this car. It's a race sometimes, and you don't want that dynamic in your safe space. You know, you want to come home and talk about studio, and like the next person is genuinely interested in like knowing studio life and not necessarily saying studio. Do you understand? I think that's what I want for myself. I've done music my whole life. I would appreciate something outside of that. I can come home to my safe space and, you know, talk about studio, but also ask about like your life. Tell me what's happening in whatever your industry, banking sector, whatever it may be.
Yeah.
that
So yeah. Okay, all right. Bankers, are you listening?
She
Bankers,
just dropped.
bankers,
Like,
are
as
you
a
listening?
businessman, how do you feel? You know, like what happened in your world? So there's this drama happening. What? I want to learn other things outside of music, and I think I'm one person who wants to learn from my person. I'm such a control freak in my workspace. I also want to come home to a space of, you know, teach me something new.
that was like
You
my
know.
next question, because you, like you're saying, you are a control freak. So you have very alpha female energy because of
Really?
what you do,
Thank
right? How then do you like submit? Especially, this is why the question was to a man that's not as successful as you or flourishing like you are. Then how do you then submit? Because already you're so powerful.
Can I be very honest with you? Yes, I'm an entertainer, but I'm also a woman. And you want to feel safe, like I'm saying, and loved. And I love a man who makes me feel like I can be in my feminine energy without feeling small. And trust me, don't do forget about the stage. Forget about, and I learned how to make salsa, so it's over for you. It's over for you. You know, do you want me to make you some salsa? I'll happily do that. You know, as long as you take care of, above everything else, my inside, my internal, my mind. I use my mind to work. So if
It's
home
about the
is
inside,
not
yeah, but
the
focus on that.
safest place, what did I say? I see that.
Part inside dance going more inside.
That's true. Don't be that person.
Mental health issues. And now she's like by the blast.
You're trying to go inside.
Yeah.
Come back, Zoga.
I'm sorry.
All right.
Yeah. So I think, like you were saying, it's important to like
So you
be my protector, be my provider, and those things come naturally to you as a woman. Am I lying?
No, that's true.
All right, so it kind of takes us back to that interview we had with back in the day. I mean, of course, it's been overtaken by events.
right.
When Holy 10, you know, you were talking about there are lots of people who always like saw Jay-Z and Beyonce in Holy 10 and and Tamy.
Yeah.
You know, even when we did that.
No.
When we
No.
did that thing. No, at that time, I think Holy 10, I mean, Baba Mukuka.
Yes, Baba.
This is Ndara.
Yeah.
And then so I think he mentioned a crush of some sort in the interview, did he? Nash?
Yeah.
Yeah, back in the day. And then, so I mean, we pictured it. In our heads, it made sense. Back in the day. You know? So I think it would have worked. Don't you think it would have worked? It goes to the same question we were asking. Can two popular people, go out and it works?
Can two people that are in that industry
like
work?
Popular people like an Offset, Cardi B,
I don't think so. That's
Tamy
just
Moyo,
my
or
opinion.
Denny.
I don't
Okay,
think
not even
so.
necessarily music. Like
Okay,
one is
yeah.
a huge actor and one is a
That can
a
work.
singer,
Like an
but-
athlete and a singer.
Yeah,
And
yeah.
yeah, that can
Okay,
work.
athlete.
She's dropping it. I love how Alice is
Oh,
just like...
athletes, I'm a Gorimbo.
Alice is just like...
Tamy?
Go remember.
Alice is just like... Tammy.
She said athlete.
She said banker.
Oh,
said
okay.
Businessman.
Businessman. So yeah. Hint.
Basically a man that's in his bag.
Yes. Be about that business.
Yeah. He has to come with like a range, not a range, like a Rolls Royce.
So there's no more-
because she's a Zimoko.
So there's no more love anymore, right? Like a guy, can
I
you just
hear
not
you.
can you just not love a guy with nothing but potential? Potential,
I think this is just a matter of
What?
preference, honestly. Just like how a guy can choose a woman with like the curves and leave you to the side because like you don't got him, right? It's the same thing for women, honestly. I think it's fair play.
But with women, I think it's money first. There has
So
to be
women, okay.
I don't
some
think so.
money.
For some, not
they
all.
say
Not
women
money.
Don't have a spec. Just
Big-
have money and
big-
you become the
There
woman's
has to
spec.
be some money.
I know. I'm saying this is what people are saying lately. Kuti, women don't have a spec. Kuti, I want tall,
Yeah.
dark, and handsome, or you
My
must
US.
be short.
Okay, I'll be honest for myself, right? It's definitely not just that because I've dated.
A guy on a bicycle.
No. A guy who was papered,
Okay.
right? And it just wasn't everything that I needed. I needed to come home and just be myself and just tell you about my day.
Yeah, but what I'm saying is, I think there's like a minimum threshold. Like you might not be crazy rich,
Yeah.
but you can be on a bicycle.
I think the most
Hold on.
important.
Can you be on a bicycle? Tammy, can you be on a bicycle and then roll out?
I think I
to your
answered that
crib?
question already. I want to be honest and say there's nothing wrong with that. I just feel it is not fair to me and the time and effort I've put into myself.
No, but we got the Haval. You don't need to be on the bicycle. We can just roll. The nice car you got outside. Everybody can fit in there.
Everybody can fit. Everybody can fit.
Why do we need two cars anyway?
Sometimes I want to be a passenger princess.
So he'll drive.
We'll drive.
You will get over.
We'll drive the vehicle.
Yeah, it needs to rest. It needs to rest.
We're not taking away the aspect of couples working together to get to a certain point.
No.
And there's also the whole thing of marrying for potential. Potential, yes, is there. Only when you put action to it.
Yes.
So a man can have potential, but kanaka gara, it's
Yeah.
it's just sitting there. This bottle has potential to be empty, but if no one picks it up to open the lid and drink the water, the bottle will not be empty. So someone needs to come, and this is where the woman comes in and says, dude, I've seen this potential in you. I've seen you've got talent in 1, 2, 3 areas.
But what
can we
happens
work
when
together?
potential manifests and then it feels you're not good enough?
Then you move. Shit happens and life
scared.
goes on. It happens, guys, and life goes on.
I get you.
You can't hold people at ransom because you've helped them or because they've helped you. People will move on in life.
That's true.
How many stories have you heard? You owe me, I took you to school, so...
No, but on the real, like talking about that one, I saw a couple of articles about, how a guy would work his ass off to pay for the
painful,
girls'
yes, it's
tuition,
very painful.
and then the girl just walks away. That's not nice.
It's
Why do
not
you guys do
nice,
that?
But I don't know why they
What's
do
wrong
it.
with you guys?
Ask them.
Tell me, why do you do
honestly.
that?
Ask them.
I don't do that.
Why
But I
are you
know.
taking my tuition money when you know you're going to leave? Why don't you just refuse my tuition money?
hold up, wait a minute. What if at that moment I don't know that I'm going to walk away? What if you start changing? What if you start being and then I react and I'm like, yes, he took me to school, but this I can't handle. And then I must stick around for that nonsense.
Okay, I get it. What about your conscience? Like, are you going to give me back my tuition money?
Kids,
I mean, how are you going to live with that? How are you going to live with my tuition money?
If you are a good guy, there's no way I will leave after you paid my tuition. Why would I leave? You are good, you are kind, you take care of me, you pay for my tuition.
You believe in me enough.
You believe in me enough. I ain't going nowhere. I'm sticking around.
I think like men these days are so focused on getting money, they don't understand that there's other factors that make a relationship work.
True.
Like emotional intelligence is such an important thing.
True.
You know, having vision is such an important thing because you can have money and no vision. You can have money and no emotional intelligence. So then what am I going to stay in the relationship for?
All right, so what happens to my tuition money?
That's what I want to know. Shit.
I used it. Thank you so much. I appreciate it. God bless
Are
you.
you going to give it back?
No, but
For
did
what?
I ask for it?
I didn't ask you
Did
to
I put
pay.
my hands in your
You're the
pocket to
one
get
who
this
decided
money?
you want to bless me.
So I mean, your conscience, like
My
you're not gonna
conscience is
feel
very
bad?
clear and educated
You're not
at the
gonna feel
same
bad,
time.
Like, you're not gonna feel like you used me, Becky, don't you?
I don't know.
Because I've heard this. I've seen
I don't
like
know.
people who are actually going through some shit. Like I took her to school, I did this, I sacrificed.
But it's the same thing. I was watching a little reel about Little Dirk. He's a rapper. He had like this big white girlfriend before, and then when he got famous, he switched up and got like an Instagram baddie. Kevin Hart had his wife before he got rich. He switched up and he got the wife that he has now. So you're upgrading. I'm also upgrading. I'm more educated, and now you paid for me to see. You paid for me to see that you don't have the qualities that I need. Thank you.
Yes. I felt it.
Yeah, you educated
Okay, so
me.
moral of the story is let's not pay tuition money.
No.
It's you that's
all you
investing
got.
in your woman.
Moral of the story is you must have sit down sessions and talk to each other as a couple. You are dating me, why? You are taking me to school, why? What's the end game? Am I paying you back? If I'm paying you, especially when there's money involved, even in relationships, after I pay your tuition, I'm paying you back. After I become a lawyer, am I paying you back or you are doing me a favor? What is happening? Then we don't get women being beaten and shot after they break up with these guys because, you broke up over tuition money.
The problem with amadoda afuna ubhoyesa. They want to show.
Ebhoyisa ubani futhi khonapho?
Uthi le mali, then when
ayisebenzi le nto leyo. People must agree. Why are you paying my tuition fee? Am I paying it back? Sure.
All right, can I get back to the music?
Yeah, thank you. So I've got some questions for Tammy. Right?
Oh.
It's just no, it's nothing crazy. I just want to job praise or Winky D. Who you picking?
Both.
No, you gotta pick one.
You gotta pick one.
Picking for what exactly?
No, like yeah.
Just it doesn't matter. You don't have
None
to
of
explain
the
to us.
above.
Okay, it's like, okay, wait. Let's start like this. Blue or black?
Black.
Orange or banana?
Orange.
Winky D or Japanese?
None of the above.
Don't be politically correct. You see, this is
None
the
of
problem
the
that we have.
above. I mean, I've been asked this question a million times, and
Okay.
I've always said the same thing.
All right, okay.
And
I always say the same thing.
Okay, another one. Holy 10 or Saint Flow? Shit, okay. ZFM or Star FM?
You rock to
None.
one. You rock to one.
None,
Okay,
guys.
Tell me-
you or Shasho?
Me.
Okay. Julian King or Natty O?
None.
Fuck it.
Tammy's not nice.
That's not fair.
That's not nice.
fair.
You
You,
know, like-
guys are picking people who I generally appreciate.
Yeah, but what I'm saying is, even when I appreciate music and I look at female vocalists, you're either number one to me, but even if you were number two, you're still on top of my list. You're my top three, So that's the same thing like what he's doing. If he says Holy 10 or whatever, there's one that you prefer more than the other because maybe you like a particular song more than you like the other. Not that you hate that
That's
one.
not the case, though. That's not the case.
Is it because Zimbabweans are extremely sensitive and they'll take it out of context?
Sometimes yes, but I've worked with everybody you've mentioned.
But there's a preference. Obviously, like you're working and
King
like
Charmaine.
That's why I asked.
black.
That's why I asked, like,
Orange
based
or
on
black?
what?
When you chose blue over black or
Orange.
black over blue,
Wiki
how do
D
you think
or
blue felt?
Japreza?
How do you think blue felt when you chose black
Wiki D or
over
Japreza?
blue?
No, I'm trying to pick. I'm trying to pick.
Go on. It's cut. Winky D or Japreza?
Charmaine, you're not on the
Yeah.
Okay, I'll ja.
All right. What did you put? Saint Flo and
St. Flo and Holy 10.
Holy 10.
I don't say anything.
Kongwere. Kongwere kana Winky D. Silent killer or Winky D.
Hey, Winky D, what? Why would you even put them in the same category?
Ngwere, I was gonna Ngwere.
Guys, stop it.
Nigga on the comment section. Ngwere.
Stop it right
Let's
now.
respect Winky D.
Denny J or Nash?
Charmaine,
Ibabo
be careful.
Nan manch.
You see that?
Is that the same?
Tell me Denny J or Nash?
Oh, okay. I got one. Nyasha David or Takura?
That's not fair. That's not fair.
So Tammy can answer now.
Tammy,
I
come
love-
on now.
In other words, Tammy can answer.
I've worked with these people, like all of them, and I genuinely.
Bet
You know
you
what?
if they were asked
I
the
don't
same question,
collab.
they
I
would
don't
know who to
collab if I
choose.
genuinely don't appreciate your work. That's one thing I know for sure. I'm picky about that. So trust me, if we've worked before, I really, really wanted it to happen, and it's because I genuinely believe in you and what you do.
Okay.
She's such like a well trained media sweetheart. You know, she knows how to polished.
All right. Okay.
Very
All right.
polished.
Let's get back to the music.
Yeah.
Okay. We were talking about the record label. So you're not looking at getting signed anytime soon.
I did say I'm not yet signed. I look forward to getting signed in future, but by a label that I feel will carry on the vision and they run with it.
Okay. You've had
I
discussions.
don't want to be shelved.
You've had discussions in the past with one or two. Or
Yes,
or
I
the other.
have.
Okay. And then, how important do you think a collab is for you, especially with like the Nigerians are really rocking it right now?
Very
Maybe
important.
some South African acts or whatever. Because you haven't done any, have you?
No, not yet.
Okay.
Not yet.
Why haven't you? Is it like a financial thing? Because I know this is one of the problems that people are having. Because I think your vocals just need to be
But who was it that we had
next
who
to
said money
to someone
is-
popular so that you can rub off the popularity. That's what you need. You need someone to light up
Yeah.
your candle.
I mean, it's a bunch of factors. Like you said, sometimes the resources are not available in that particular time or season.
But is it
Right.
always money? Like, is there money always involved with these collabos?
I think it's also timing and planning as well. And the right song. Sometimes you feel like, you haven't found the song for the particular person you want to work with. And maybe you've sent stuff and they felt like, send me some more stuff or not yet. So it's not one-sided. Sometimes it's the other side, sometimes it's this side. But I don't want to lie. I'll speak for my peers. Like, resources do count for a lot. Resources, especially considering the fact that most of us are independent. We're not signed to anyone. So you got to make sure your money is talking, right? Because when you're with a label, the exec or the director there or the manager there is going to speak to the manager for the next artist in the same label, in the same big label, and boom, it's happening. Whereas if you're independent and the next person, the person you're trying to collaborate with is signed, it's not really like priority for them to collaborate with you sometimes. So time and chance, resources, and time and chance.
Great. Any new music that you're working on that we can expect to look forward to?
Yes, plenty. I don't want to say much, but yes.
Okay. Some local collabs? Just you?
Yes,
Okay.
local.
Yeah, who haven't you collaborated with though? You've collaborated with
A lot of
everybody.
people.
Beyonce?
Yes.
But locally,
Yes.
The dancing would be phenomenal.
It'll be amazing.
You think so?
I can
I
see
think
it.
I would love to also collaborate with someone like Victoria Monet.
The dancing would be phenomenal.
I love her.
But
I love her. Tyler as well.
Under my baby. Under my
Guys,
baby.
there was just a video
Another
of
my baby.
Victoria dancing with Tiana Taylor. Oh,
Yeah, I saw the dance.
No, we're trying to protect our.
Are you gonna dance like that with?
Listen, I would rather grind on a girl than grind on a guy because it's innocent.
So that's
Like
the
not
king.
like a random guy.
King.
Not
What-
like
talk about
you
the
see where
my
the
guy.
king comes from.
My guy.
King.
You see,
Listen.
we always speculating. King.
Oh my God.
King.
Listen, I'm talking about in the club and I'm
No,
with
no,
my
King,
girls
King,
and then
we
with
don't
a
judge.
random
We-
guy.
King, we don't
I'd
judge.
rather dance with my girls than a random guy.
Nash said the other day,
I
he's
get
got no
you,
problem.
I get you.
Guys, don't be perverted.
No,
Just
King,
don't.
we don't judge. You know we don't judge.
You know our stance on this. We got no problem.
We have no
We
problem.
have no
Do
problem.
what you gotta
with
do.
Dancing with other chicks. We're cool. You know, don't even worry
I
about it.
get you though.
Then dancing with a random guy in the club, I'd rather dance with my girls.
You guys want a room?
I know she can go.
Yeah.
It's not that deep.
Now we love Tammy.
It's not that
Tammy is amazing, right? Like, what are some of your most memorable performances that you've done? And
This year
Right,
has
right.
been such a great year for me in terms of performing. I really felt like I went all out.
You performed with Ira Star.
Yes, and there's more to come as well. Like I feel like as you make more content, but to answer your question, Ira Star doing that was like a dream come true. It was a prayer answered as well.
Nice.
Okay, because it was just me and Ira, and I didn't expect that to happen. You know, I didn't expect that to happen. Shout out to Ocean for making it happen. Shout out to Jason for believing in me. We did cricket, the closing for cricket. Loved it. Loved it.
that
I
was
did so
huge.
many. I did so many there on Instagram somewhere. We were traveling in and out as well. Went to the US, back. I did so many performances. I can't keep track, but I think those are the two most memorable ones.
right.
So like you're in
Another
your
one I'm
bag,
forgetting.
hey?
There's the beer fest as well. I genuinely enjoyed that.
You got bag.
Yeah.
Hey, I was just embrace it. Yeah. Because she's booked and busy and she's not performing for free.
Can I have $100?
And like I know her rate card because we've asked before and
Can I have $100?
Yeah, you can have $100.
Oh,
yay.
Thank you.
From where? Anzi, yes, you can have it.
No, I asked her for $100.
Not good she's going to give you. Can I have $100? Yes, you can.
Can you give me $100?
There we go. What's her record?
It's in like the K's there.
4 figures.
Of course.
Like for like a full hour, like a set or what?
Depends. If it's with a DJ, if it's with a live band. She's in her bag. Big bag.
All right, so,
Do you always get the money that you ask for?
No, I want to be honest. No. No.
How do you feel when they do that?
I don't feel great, obviously. Right? Like I did say, I put my 110% in everything I do. So I just feel it's only fair to respect the artist, not just me, but even my friends as well. Pay them what they're worth. You know, artists are working day in, day out. We don't sleep. We don't sleep. Because I saw the comment section one time saying, oh, you know, every week there's a new song, we're tired. But then I looked at it and I said, people are working, you know? People are trying to make their dreams come true. They're trying to move mountains with the little that they have. Even those who have a lot, it's still so much to be done. So pay artists what they are worth. And please don't try to negotiate.
okay, and the bulk of your money, is it from streams, is it from corporate gigs, or is it from musical functions? I'm just trying to understand how artists make money.
For artists in general or just me?
You in particular?
I think it's more corporate.
Yeah.
Corporate than the gigging, then
Streams
the
is like peanuts. Streams is like at the end, it's like number 3.
No, actually, things have changed over time. Hey, you can release one song and you're good. If you really, really know how to push your content, you really know how to put yourself out there. There's so many ways to monetize your craft. So it's not just your DSPs paying you now. It's your Facebook, it's your Instagram, it's your TikTok.
Right.
She's smart, hey? Like smart businesswoman. I love today's episode. I can't wait to watch it.
Me too. It's
very
Like
motivational.
with some of the facial expressions that she was giving. I'm just like, oh, Tammy. Who does your outfits, Tammy?
Can I shout them out?
Go ahead.
Okay.
You know what? Every other day, Denny Mensan. Every other day,
No.
Denny Mensan gets a shout out here. So yes. you
Okay.
can give your stylist a shout out.
Okay. I mean, I work with different people.
All right.
Shout out to Ranga, an incredible designer. He does like my stage stuff. He's amazing. Shout out to Coco Tapuma. Shout out to Dazzle by Dimple Flame. She's an incredible stylist. If you see how she looks right now and said, you can obviously tell. And also shout out to myself because I think I've got good taste.
taste.
Sometimes I dress myself. Like today I dress myself.
Do they get to see how long or short the
They do. They do. They do.
Sorry, before
Hey, what about your media guy? You haven't shouted him out.
We were talking about fashion. But shout out to Munya as well. Shout out to Swish Says Media because even if we look good, like how's anybody gonna know if there's no content?
But let me say one thing about Munya. Munya put you on the map, baby.
You think so?
Munya.
I know so.
Ah, man. There was just something that happened on your social media and
Yeah.
it switched like this.
Yeah.
And I was like, right, this girl is now serious
Yeah.
about her brand. And now
Yeah.
every other lady wanted him to take a picture. Dear photographer,
I did not know this.
No, I booked him because
Yeah.
of
Is that it?
yeah.
Yes.
I booked him because I'd seen what he was doing with your image.
Yes.
And I was like, let me see. And the time I worked with him, no, please.
Yeah. No, shout out
Yeah.
to
Do you
Swish.
discuss these things?
We do
Yeah.
a lot. We do, and he's always scolding me for the
You get
10,000
scolded.
times I plan a shoot and we never actually shoot.
and just not him being a great photographer, also being like creative on set.
Very
Like, he
creative
actually
and good
built
energy.
concepts,
Good
yeah.
energy. You want to work with people who genuinely believe in you, and I want to. Munya is a testimony in my life because when I felt my lowest and I felt like, what direction do I want to take for myself?
Yeah.
This guy walks into the picture and he says, hey, look, you know what? I'm good at this and that and that and that. Do you think we can collaborate and work? And we just said, okay, let's sit down, let's plan. We did not sleep planning, thinking. We do not sleep planning and thinking, and we slack sometimes, but we make things happen. So shout out to Swish Says, he's a day one.
All right, okay. Now we got to wrap it up. I know
Okay,
Becky
sorry. I
keeps
just
going.
wanted to
King
ask. I
keeps
just
going.
wanted
Come
to
on, we got no time,
I
King.
got one
You
more
know when King
thing.
goes, "So we were my-"
Yes. Becky.
I'm sorry.
Becky.
No, okay,
All
sorry.
right, King, it better be important. Okay, what's the question?
Yes, it is. It's about like her image. The white hair transition.
Yes.
What happened? Because it was like part of your identity. What happened?
She used peroxide and
No, man. Danny,
white. What else can we tell you?
She needs the transition.
that is
Look at the look. I'm good, Becky. Shit. Did you see that look? How else you gonna get a look like that?
Somebody, if I see tears, there's a hole on your forehead, my guy.
I digress.
Go
Go
on.
on.
Okay,
King.
so go stream my last project is called Vuzijana the Face, right? I deliberately called it Vuzijana the Face because I felt like the time was over. The time was up. Certain things happened in that time of my life, and as a woman, you want to shed skin. That was it, and I appreciate every lesson I learned in that season, in that period. The white hair for me was more of a representation of wisdom, trying to acquire wisdom. Not that I'm so wise, but in the journey of trying to acquire it. And I think I did what I could in that period. And now it's like, who do I want to be next? And I began to feel confined to it. So I said, no. I'm more than just my hair. My art goes beyond just
love
my
that.
hair. It's what's inside.
All right.
love that.
Backup media doing the thing. Wrap it up. Tamy,
Yes.
want to say thank you very much for coming over to the show.
Thank you for having me.
2 years. I think it was worth it.
It was.
You know. Anything else we want to ask Becky, the King?
No, I'm good.
Okay.
Maybe King has something that
King, what else you want to know?
What else you want to know, King?
What else you want to know, King?
Wow.
Thank
Shout
you.
out to Denny and Son. Okay. I genuinely love them.
Yeah.
I said it on
I
her
like
behalf
that.
because
I
you
like
guys were
that.
giving a grief. But
like
I
that.
actually really do like their stuff. I think they're killing it.
Yeah, and then I think we're gonna, think about doing a collab with them. Tammy featuring
Definitely,
Denny,
definitely,
yeah.
definitely.
That'd be sick.
You know what I'm saying? That's great. King Charmaine is making moves. King is making moves on behalf of Denny. There is a collab. There's a collab right here. It's a wrap.
Shout out to Aishan. Shout out to Aishan.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh,
Love
yeah.
it.
And then you gotta sign us out with that part that I said I like. You know what I'm saying? You can't just roll. Or unless if you want to do another song that you like, and then we sign out with that. Guys, be sure. Yeah, guys, be sure to subscribe, turn on notifications, keep showing us love, and then
Tammy
we'll
socials.
keep producing the stuff.
Tammy socials.
Yeah, Tammy socials. What are your socials before you best into song?
Subscribe to my YouTube. TamyMoyo. It's Tammy with one M. Tammy with one M. Yeah. Tammy with one M.
Alright,
And then Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, TikTok. TamyMoyo. Oh, much love.
That's
You
it.
say
The
Tammy,
song.
Yeah, for me.
Tammy, yeah.
Let's do the song.
Yeah.
Heaven knows. Let's go. Let's go.
Heaven knows, yeah, it knows how much I love you, yeah.
Oh my gosh. Wow. And that's it. We are out. Thank you for watching the Denny J Show. So Tangala Puti next week. But next week is like Christmas, is it not?
I don't know what it is.
This is Ashana next week, guys.
So Tangala next week?
And Nash is going to be somewhere over the seas in a private jet sipping mimosas.
It's Sparkle Media. Is that good?
Denny J Show. Zvanga zviri downtown uptown raitidzwe nyaya dzacho dzese narrative ndaichidwe kana muchida kutipisa deep ndaipidwe make you spill a bean